Thank you for tuning into Beanie TV. This is your girl Beanie, and yeah, welcome to my channel. Alright, hey guys, what's up? So today I kind of want to talk to you guys about my work experience and the way that I've navigated through my internships and work stuff. And if you watched in the previous video, I talked to you guys about how you're never too old to be an intern. But I kind of wanted to talk about, expand more on the internships that I have done. So, and how they help me discover what I do like to do and what I don't like to do. So my first internship ever was with Tommy Hilfiger in New York City, and I was I think I was like a production assistant, and I was sending buttons and yarn samples and colors to China, and I was like, what is this? I was like, this is a terrible, terrible job, and nobody's talking to me, and I keep messing up, and I do not like this. Like, I was like, I do not like this. I do not want to send labs to China. That's not what I want to do. And be at a cubicle? No, ma'am. No ham. No turkey. No. So I ended up quitting after 3 weeks, and I wrote her a letter like, oh, I don't want to work here anymore. I want to be an actor, and this is just not right for me. And I probably sounded so stupid. And it wasn't even like a professional letter at all. And then I ended up like not going to the internship and then hanging out with my then like boyfriend, and it was just not cute. So I said to myself, okay, I don't want to be a production assistant, and I kind of also don't want to work in a conventional work setting. So I said to myself, you know, the list of the internships that my school offered, they were cool, they were fine. Most of them were based in Philadelphia, and I had to fight for that internship in New York. And then for me to quit, like, that like sucked. That made me look really bad. But it gave me clarity. So I studied abroad. I studied abroad in Milan, studying fashion, consumer behavior, and doing case studies on historical Italian brands. And that was super fun, super amazing. I wish I could do it all over again. And while I was there, we one of our professors gave us the opportunity to intern at a luxury clothing showroom called Les Hommes. And Les Hommes they are an amazing Italian brand. 2 men and 1 woman. They create amazingly designed suits and sweaters and dresses and high-end luxury, beautiful stuff. And Karl Lagerfeld, I don't know if he still does, but he used to wear a lot of their suits at like the end of his like Chanel runway shows. So I was like, oh hell yes. And it was crazy because no one else in the class wanted to be a part of the internship. I was like, yeah, I want to be in a showroom in Italy, in Milan. Like, what? Yes, ma'am, please. So I was at the internship, and I was basically in charge of taking pictures of the models, and it was this beautiful, it looked like a cave, like this beautiful caved showroom and beautiful Italian marble table. And they spoke English but not really, and then they would send me out to get like groceries and cappuccinos, and I would have to make them. And one time I put the wrong cup on the wrong saucer, and he was like, no, 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 no. And he like forced me to go back down. He's like, no, presentation is everything. You have to make sure everything looks good. And then one time I was working with one of the designers, and we were both trying to unbutton the dress and take it off the model because we were showing a potential buyer, the product. And then I was trying to take the dress off, and I realized I didn't unlatch the part of the dress, and I almost ripped the dress. And he was like, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. He was like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see. And he's like, you're not supposed to, I don't know, he said something like, you're not supposed to use your head, you're just supposed to look. He said something like that. You're not supposed to use your head, you're just supposed to look. And I was like, I just got scolded by an Italian designer. This is awesome. And like little things like that, little things like making sure, paying attention to detail, and carrying yourself in a holding yourself up high when you're in the presence of buyers and luxury designers and things like that. So that was my second internship, and I'm very proud of myself for having that internship and almost ripping a couture dress. It was awesome. Okay, and then my senior year of college, I interned at Complex Magazine, and this happened. I was in class and I was bored. It was a class about colors, and I was so bored. And I was on Twitter, and I tweeted Kelly McCabe, who was the one of the stylists at Complex at the time. And I said, hey, do you guys have any internship openings? She was like, yeah, just DM me. So I DM'd her my resume, and I got called in, I got called in for 2 interviews. After my 2 interviews, I didn't hear anything, and I was like, I killed those interviews. Like, where's my "you're about to start today" letter? So I emailed, his name was Frederick Marfo. I think he's still there, I'm not sure. So anyway, I emailed him and I was like, hey, Eric, like, what's up? Did I get an internship? He's like, oh my God, yes, Abina. We've been so busy, but yes, you got the internship. So I interned at Complex Magazine for credit for, I think, 3 months. Now, you guys, I was interning, I was interning Monday, Wednesday, Friday in New York, going to classes in Philadelphia Tuesday, Thursday, and in order for me to pay for transportation, I was working at Topshop on Saturday, Sundays. So I was living in Brooklyn, going to school in Philly, and dorming in Philly, and then like doing my internship in Manhattan. And senior year, last semester, do you understand the stress I was under? It was so crazy. I can't even, like, when I think about it, I'm just like, wow, I'm crazy. So anyway, so at the internship, I got to meet like Andy Samberg, and I learned so much about street culture and about streetwear, and it put me onto so many brands. Like, I'm forever just like, yes, Complex, like, thank you for giving me that chance. I love you guys, like, seriously. So anyway, so I got to learn so much stuff at Complex, and I met amazing people, and one person who I was interning for, she actually like blessed me with an opportunity earlier this year to work with an agency and MTV. So it's like, interning, you don't know how it's gonna benefit you in the future. So I've, staying in contact with people, and staying in contact with people that you vibe with, not just staying in contact with people because you think that you can get something out of them, because that's not the way to go. You stay in contact with the other interns, or that one person that's above you who's like cool as hell. Like, staying in contact with the people that you vibe with is going to take you further than people that you're just trying to use them. So fast forward, now I have my internship at House of Intuition. I obviously have done things here and there in between, but I think I'm going to talk about my work experience and working and navigating in the fashion industry, because I have my degree in, it's called Fashion Industry Management from Philadelphia University, but I just say fashion business. So I definitely feel like a lot of you guys are fashiony people, fashionable girls, fashion. So I think I'm going to talk about that, because again, like, I am proud of the internships that I've had, and sometimes I left on great terms and sometimes I left on shitty terms. But either way, I'm going to talk to you guys about that, because I feel like I don't talk about my career or past career or whatever enough. So I'll definitely do that in the next coming days. So I thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next video. Be sure to start the convo below. What are some crazy stories you have about from your internships? And let me know below. And subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next video.